Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our final, for now, Sasaki and Miyano discussion video. Today we're here to talk all about episode 12, the season 1 finale. But before we get into it, guess who got a gold star? That's right, you did! Here is your gold star, the final time you're going to be seeing a gold star on screen. But if this video gets to, we'll say, 200 likes before next week, you'll get one final gold star for Sasaki Miyano, because I'm going to be doing a seasonal roundup where I talk about all the different shows that aired this season, which one was my favorite, decide on which I think was the best one, and of course, let you guys know which show got the most gold stars, or at least the most gold stars most frequently, because some shows had like more episodes than others. Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and talk about Sasaki Miyano though, shall we? So, yeah, it happened, and I'm happy. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, going into this, I had the knowledge already that we're getting a season 2. And that made me a lot more, like, usually going into a final episode of a series like this, I would be a lot more, like, nervous about how they end the show, right? Because when it comes to BL, or even just kind of, like, romance anime in general, it can, like, the final episode of the first season, or the only season, can be kind of nerve-wracking because you don't know if you're getting another season or not, right? So like walking out, or rather into a final episode, you're going in hoping that the two kiss, or at the very least get into a relationship, right? So I'm sitting there going like, okay, I know that I've been told that Sasaki Miyano is a slow burn, right? I've been told that a few times. So I went in going like, okay, it might not happen, but instead of being concerned like I normally would be, I was actually pretty calm, because again, I knew that we were getting a season 2, right? So I wasn't like, oh please, like I hope it happens, I kind of just knew it would, right? So it wasn't necessarily like a big, oh man, like are they gonna get together or not type moment. Like we knew it. That we not so much that we knew they were gonna get together, but like we knew there was a season 2, so even if they don't here, there's more opportunity for them to get together later. So that initial like anxiety of will they, won't they, was immediately kind of diffused because I heard the news before seeing the episode, so I already knew, right? So I was like, okay, cool. So I go in, and I'm watching it, and we start with just Miyano just booking it, breaking all the rules of the school by running through the halls, and one of them literally says like, "That's our vice president of the disciplinary club, running through the halls." It's like, yeah, my boy out here just breaking rules to get to his man. And it was great because it was Miyano was basically like running to find Sasaki, and he realizes that like he was actually pretty okay with Sasaki kissing him, which was like a shock to me. And again, like the whole time I'm thinking like, what's gonna happen? And I love that the group sort of comes together to get these two to where they need to be, right? Hirano is the one who makes the phone call because they still don't have each other's number yet, even though this is episode 12, right? They just never added each other online, I guess. So they just didn't have each other's number. They didn't have each other's cell. They don't have each other added online, none of that. So they couldn't find each other. So again, Hirano to the friggin' rescue as per usual. And we also get the chairman, Hanzawa coming in clutch as usual, getting Miyano basically to admit his feelings, which was great. Like, it's the first time I believe Miyano actively says it out loud, not just an internal monologue or anything. Actually says out loud that he likes Sasaki, that he cares about him deeply, that he does like him, right? And Hanzawa starts spitting absolute facts about what it is like to be in or be around a same gender relationship, you know? And like the amount of questions that get thrown at you, like very invasive questions, the amount of like leering and looking and stuff like that, and awkwardness that comes with it. He even mentions the fact that like when his brothers would get in fights, he would always be nervous because he wasn't sure who they were fighting, if you catch my drift. It's like a very like a lot of the topics that come up, it makes Hanzawa, like, first of all, it absolutely makes it clear what was going on last week, because the show made it more ambiguous, and I saw a lot of comments about it. Like it was very ambiguous what was going on with Hanzawa anime-wise. Like, I saw a lot of manga fans being like, how do you guys not get what's going on? And I'm like, okay, someone's not watching the anime. Because, like, you had the context, the rest of us didn't. Like, you could, that comment section, you could really tell who read the manga and who didn't. But yeah, it was a lot more ambiguous, and I was on the side that I thought that Hanzawa was, like, straight, but just, like, concerned for his siblings. Maybe closeted, like I said, like, they just might have yeeted our boy in the closet by accident, but he just kind of is embracing it. I don't know. But he definitely wasn't jealous of Miyano and Sasaki. It wasn't like a jealousy thing. He was worried about them, right? So now wherever you fall, you now know that, like, yeah, Hanzawa's probably straight. And that he just kind of understands because his brothers are gay, right? So he gets it, and he understands the anxiety and fears that are now presented to Miyano and Sasaki. And he basically says to Miyano, like, you two are going to be okay. And it's just, it's this man being just an absolute G, you know? Like, and the whole gang comes together to really, like, help out Miyano. Like, we get the phone call telling Miyano, like, where to find Sasaki. We get, like, the meeting later with the blonde friend whose name will forever escape me, just being like, yeah, I knew that, like, I was right, yeah, I know, right? Like, everybody finding out that they're dating and stuff like that. It's like the gang really comes together to get these two to where they need to be, and Hirano calling Sasaki, telling him, like, hey, you left your school stuff here, which buys Miyano enough time because Sasaki has to walk backwards instead of walking all the way to his house. So Miyano actually does manage to meet him at the train station. Would have sucked if Sasaki saw that message any later, because then Miyano would just be lost. But, well, he would have eventually found his way, I think, to the bakery, and they say that, like, the bakery is the house. So he would have been fine, but it is just funny to think of Miyano being like, I don't know which way to go, right? Like, that, like, just that imagery is cute. But, Sasaki spends most of the episode just sort of beating himself up, right? Because they almost kissed, and he realized that even though Miyano is also a boy, Sasaki's a lot stronger than him, so it's like he was forcing himself onto Miyano, which is not how Miyano sees it at all. But Sasaki, you know, is worried that maybe he overstepped his bounds, and, like, I understand where he's coming from, but obviously that wasn't the case. And Miyano made it very clear that that wasn't the case when he sees him next. So Sasaki hopefully resting easy, especially after what happens, because, yeah, there was an almost kiss, and then there was an actual kiss this week. In fact, there was two. Yay. I was like, yes, please, right? Like, just such a good moment. Like, the fact that Miyano just outright says to Sasaki that he likes him, and Sasaki's like, say it again. Right? It's, like, super cute. And then they have, like, one of the sweetest, most gentlest, adorable kisses I have seen in a BL. Like, so cute, right? Like, the way he kisses his hand first and then they kiss, it's so freaking cute. I loved it. And then they kiss again after Sasaki asks Miyano if he wants to go out. It's friggin' cute, and I loved it, and it was great. I genuinely, it's funny because this week's episode is a lot shorter. Not so much shorter in terms of like the actual episode runtime, but this video is going to be a lot shorter because honestly, I'm just really excited for season 2 because I was sitting here thinking, like, okay, everybody and their mother told me that this was a slow burn series. I now have to assume that y'all are just spoiled by a lot of the anime that comes out as of recently when it comes to BL and shoujo and romance in general, because y'all are just spoiled by characters getting together within the first season, because that didn't happen back in my day. No, but not even so much back in my day. Just a lot of the romance that I watch, that does not happen. Like, characters do not admit feelings until much later. So it was actually, like, cute to see these two get together at the end of the first season. And it just leaves me very curious as to where we would even be going with another season, you know? I don't know where we're going. I just know that I'm excited and I can't wait. And this show was something else. Like, Sasaki and Miyano was, like, listen, we don't get BL often. So when we do, your boy gets pretty hype. And it was just nice to have, like, a BL series come out and nobody threw a fit over it. Like, we had, like, little bits of drama here and there. Very small bursts of drama in Sasaki Miyano fandom, like people saying Sasaki was too controlling or whatever. That happened, like, once on Twitter, which is, like, land of inconveniences, so, like, I get it. So when it comes to, like, a BL series that was very, like, calm, There wasn't any waves. People didn't really get mad. It was just wholesome and cute. Sasaki Miyano delivered big time. And on top of that too, it was just the sweetest dang BL I've seen in a while. You know, it was just wholesome energy the whole way around. And I genuinely believe, and people are going to think that I'm high, but it's true. I genuinely believe that Sasaki Miyano is probably my favorite show this season. And that might throw people, because this is the same season that has My Dress Up Darling, Attack on Titan, and Demon Slayer, and technically JoJo's. But I do think that Sasaki Miyano was ultimately my favorite, just because it was just feel-good energy and it got me through the week. You know, just knowing that I had an episode of Sasaki Miyano to look forward to, it got me by. And I will say that I am going to miss it, right? But this isn't like how it normally is, where it's like, I'm going to miss these characters. And I didn't even really get emotional. Like, I got emotional at the kiss, obviously, but I didn't get emotional at the ending, because I was like, this isn't a goodbye, it's a see you later. And the episode even ends with like, hey, we got greenlit for another series, so that's awesome. Now, some people I did say, like, new series, does that mean like we're focusing on new characters? Doubt it. I really doubt it. I feel like we're still going to be focused on Sasaki Miyano. We might get stuff with Hirano and his roommate, but I feel like they would just save that for a spinoff if Sasaki Miyano continues to be successful for Dean, which I imagine it will be. Because again, Studio Dean is like the land of BL, as I said back in the first video, so they know what they're doing and they know how to market these things. So I fully anticipate that we will not only get to see more Sasaki and Miyano in whatever new project they're working on, which I do believe is Sasaki Miyano Season 2, but I do think you might even see like a third season, if not a Hirano and his roommate spinoff. Just that's how confident I am, because this show blew up, man. Like, I was surprised how well this show did with my fellow Fujoshis and Fudanshis. Like this show, now mind you, it's a BL, so of course it's gonna blow up, but it like really blew up, and it's just nice to see. It makes me happy. But with that said, though, that is gonna be where I wrap things up. I know it's a bit of a shorter episode, but that's just because the big thing there was to talk about was just how friggin' sweet and adorable the kiss was, and I already did that. So what I'm going to say now instead is that I appreciate you guys watching these videos. Hopefully I'll see you for the seasonal roundup or in another video at some point. Hopefully I'll see you again next season for who knows what. Lots of new romance anime coming out. Lots of new shoujo and shonen and all that fun stuff next season. So I will be covering a bunch. So hopefully I see you guys next season. And yeah, anyway, outro. And there you have it, everybody. That is going to wrap it up for today's video, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to boop that up snoot, share if you care, leave a comment down below, and of course, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and set notifications to all. Let all of AnyTube know that you are here, and if you haven't done so already, go ahead and check out our Discord so that you can actually be notified when new videos go up. And of course, you'll also be notified when we're streaming over on the other website that starts with a D. On top of being the best way to get notified for new videos, it's also a good place to discuss with fellow anime fans and stuff like that. So if that sounds cool to you, go ahead and join us over on the Discord, link down in the description. Also linked to the description is our Patreon page, and that, along with the join button right beside the sub button, are great ways to help keep this channel afloat. You will find our Patreon page for as little as $1. You can help keep this channel running. And of course, a big thank you I have to give to our masters of masters, the true legends: Asaki VT, Elizabeth Just Elizabeth, JCran23, Jeremy P, Matt87 Eagle, Shadow Creative, Shiorans, Stephen G, Stevie W, Trapmaster, Trevor W, and Tristan G. Thank you all so much for being so freaking cool. I really love and appreciate all of you guys for your tremendous support of this channel. And if you too would like to have your name shouted out at the end of videos, once again, go check out that Patreon link in the description or hit the join button right beside the sub button. Either way helps out a ton. And that's it for me. So until next time, clean your room. Just trust me, a clean room is a clean mind. Maybe do some Tai Chi. Maybe drink lots of water and brush your teeth. And yeah, have a good day. Bye.